All right, so now we've gotten through discovery, we've talked about settlement. At any point during this, has our client seen the judge? This is a question, as soon as we take those intake calls, I want to see the judge. If I just tell them my side of the story, this all goes away. And while I love to answer that question, I'm going to let you answer it.
No, likely not. Unfortunately, while everybody's entitled to their day in court, in civil litigation, it usually comes a lot further down the line before the client has to get involved in the courtroom itself. Everybody thinks that legal proceedings are like Law and Order, and there's a lawsuit, you end up in court the next day and it's adjudicated and done with by the end of the episode. Unfortunately, that's not the case. In civil litigation, usually the attorneys will see the judge, to schedule different deadlines in the case management schedule. If there are certain disputes that might come up about discovery or something like that. It's very rare until you're at the pre-trial stage right before the case is set to go to trial that a client of ours would see the judge.
When even us sometimes, I feel like a lot of times we're with a staff attorney, which is great. They handle so many of the logistics, which are half the battle that we run into are just logisticals of like, when's this due? We need a continuance because someone's on vacation. And so, yeah, even as attorneys, we don't often see the judge until we're kind of leading up to trial. It's county specific. Our larger counties that have a heavier docket, we definitely don't see the judge. Some of those smaller counties or just less busy counties will get to see the judge more frequently, either via Zoom, telephone, or in person. And that's the other piece. Since COVID, so much of this has moved virtually that we're not always in the courtroom. And when our clients want to see the judge, it's like, well, we didn't see him. We talked on the phone or maybe via Zoom.
Yeah, I would say in the initial stages of litigation, it's very rare that I end up in a courtroom. Usually it is a telephone conference or a Zoom conference. It really does depend. Like you said, some of the smaller counties, they like to have us present in court to deal with some of these smaller issues at the outset. But typically I'm not seeing a common pleas judge, for example, until the case gets to trial.